So this is going to be part 5 of On Divisions in the Church, which is 1 Corinthians 3, 1 through 23, as we're doing a detailed breakdown of the scripture. We had left off in part 4 at the end with divisions and factions. The Corinthian church was divided, with members identifying with different leaders like Paul, Apollos, Cephas, Peter, leading to conflict and disunity. Instead of unifying under Christ, which they were all seeking to serve, different members of the church were instead identifying with different leaders based on their character that they could identify with, instead of unification being unified under Christ. Christ is the foundation. Paul clarifies that Christ is the only true foundation for the church, and all other efforts are secondary. Building with wisdom. He uses the analogy of building a structure on the foundation. Believers are to build with gold, silver, and precious stones, representing lasting and valuable things, rather than wood, hay, or straw, representing temporary and worthless things. So as Paul is using this metaphor, again, it's to represent things that are lasting, not things that are temporal or worthless. Using that as a metaphor is why we have to focus and build our foundation firstly on Christ above all else. God as the gardener. Paul also uses the metaphor of planting and watering, emphasizing that God is the only one who ultimately causes growth, and human leaders are merely instruments in his work, as that calls back to the earlier scriptures there, where he is making the point that each one is assigned with a task. It says, I planted the seed and Apollos watered it, but God made it grow. Judgment and rewards. The passage speaks of a day of judgment where each person's work will be tested by fire, revealing whether it is lasting or temporary. Which I find that really interesting, especially as it calls back in the scripture, where it says if it is burned up, he will